Welcome to Grab the Horns. As always, thanks for joining us today. I'm Daniel Cooper. Stock we're going to be looking at today, one of the ones on a lot of people's hot list right now, Apple. Much anticipated stock that we're going to cover here today. Ticker symbol is AAPL. Got a good presentation here. We're going to take a look at this chart, a few other things, so let's go ahead and dive right in. So Apple has been a stellar stock and company for some time now. I mean, let's admit it, they've been doing some really incredible things. It's well-deserved given that its reputation for innovation, product lineup, and impressive earnings result from what they've been doing. Apple, however, is not immune from nervous investors. As we all know, Steve Jobs here has had some serious health concerns in the last few years, and every time that we hear an announcement about something happening with Steve Jobs, Apple stock really takes a hit. So that's something that you really want to keep in mind when investing in Apple. However, with that aside, Apple has been a phenomenal company, and let's admit it, over the last few years, a phenomenal investment. Now, like many other stocks right now, Apple is on the process of testing a key technical point that we want to take a look at here and really analyze. That technical point is the 200-day simple moving average. Here's a close-up on that here. The red line represents the 200-day simple moving average, and above that, that blue line is the 50-day simple moving average. Now, as we can see, Apple is fast approaching that simple moving average of 200 days, which stands around $324, and Apple trading right now closed today at around $326. Now, with that said, that's the technical side of it. Apple's balance sheet, on the other hand, is superb. I mean, it's got a very low PE, trailing and forward. It's got an impressive cash hoard, no debt, and it's got a healthy operating margin. So Apple's very, very sound as a company. However, it is testing some of these technical indicators that we see here. Now, if you're looking to trade Apple, a couple other things that you want to keep in mind. Be sure to keep an eye on the S&P 500 index. This is the SPX here, a representation of the S&P 500 index. This is something that you want to keep in mind here because as we look at this, you can see it's fast approaching its 200-day moving average as well. It closed around 1271.73 today, which was the 13th. And you can see that it's fast approaching that red line 200-day moving average around 1254 as well. So if it drops below that, that's when you could see some other stocks really start to drop. So you want to make sure that you're keeping an eye on this, along with the stocks that you're looking at, Apple in particular, like we're discussing today. If it breaks below that key technical point, Apple, along with other stocks, will surely follow. If it is able to, however, bounce above that 200-day moving average and rebound, Apple's probably going to do the same thing. We'll see Apple probably hit that moving average like we see how close it is and probably bounce back up from there as well. So the thing that you always want to keep in mind, with a company like Apple is they're a very sound company. They've got very good leadership. They're very innovative. They've got a lot of really good things going for them, hence their stock and why it's gone up so much in the last few years. You always want to keep in mind, though, the things that could cause the stock to go down. Things like Steve Jobs' health concerns, those can always rise their head. Things like the general market, that can always rise its head and hurt a stock like Apple. But, Apple has been and I'm sure will continue to be a very good stock. For now, you really want to keep an eye on, where the market is. Look at that 200-day simple moving average on not only Apple but the S&P 500. See what happens with that and make your trading decision from there. As always, we really appreciate you watching the show today. Hope that you're able to take something away from this. Go out there, grab the horns.